At this point, over half the stores we visited have been bricks and minifigs. And as much as I enjoy them, the next places we're going have a lot of LEGO stores around, so I decided to go non-BAM for the rest of the trip. By now I've gotten used to the intense weather. Even over 100 degrees, it's not as bad as 90 degrees with all the humidity we have on the East Coast. Our last day in Phoenix, we waited for the cool of the evening and then went on a mountain hike. We saw what the inside of a cactus looks like, tried to catch a gecko. Failed. The next day we hit the road again, slowly headed back home, but on a different route. This time we would go through the middle of Texas and make a stop in the Dallas area. We passed a real-life Maersk train. Unfortunately, they couldn't hear us yelling at them to stop to see if they had any Legos inside. We made a stop at the White Sands National Park. It was a whole lot of, well, white sand. White hot sand. It was actually really weird. It was like beach sands, but without an ocean. After we burned the soles off our feet, we moved on. Now, out here, you're supposed to hit up gas stations whenever possible because there are long stretches of road where it's very easy to get stranded because your vehicle runs out of fuel. Well, I don't remember seeing a gas station recently, but I suddenly noticed we were in the red zone. On the GPS, the next station was about 15 miles away. We made it, but looking back, I couldn't think of a more scenic place to be stranded in. The next campsite was a KOA in Carlsbad, New Mexico. A few bad things happened here. First, I poked a hole in the tent that I was setting up. Second, one of the straps dry rotted and it broke as I continued to set it up. Third, there was a very close coyote yelping, and although I assured my wife they are smaller than most dogs and it wouldn't approach a big campground, she was still nervous. And finally, I set up a hammock for myself, but as the night waxed on and the wind picked up, between the broken tent strap flapping around like a hurricane warning and the hammock swinging in the wind like a rowboat in stormy seas, neither of us adults could get much sleep. So at 1 a.m., we packed up the camp and somehow the sleeping children and continued on towards Texas. It was a very long, very dark drive. I learned why people see UFOs out here. Because they're real. What are these blinking lights? We finally realized they were like hundreds of wind turbines all blinking in perfect unison, which was pretty weird, but at least we weren't going to get abducted. We also learned that the random torches scattered around are just oil drill exhausts, not clan meetings, so that was good. Around 6 a.m. I pulled into a Starbucks parking lot for a 1-hour power nap, then struck out again, straight to the next store, Little Brick. I am here in
Little Elm, Frisco, technically.
Frisco,
Frisco's kind of taking over this North Dallas area.
Okay, and this is Little Brick with James.
Yes, sir.
And I've had very little sleep in the past 24 hours. I've been driving mostly, so
Same.
yeah, if I seem a little like this, that's why.
Yeah.
Why the name Little Brick?
We started as minifig market because we were doing sort of out of the garage. And then when we wanted to do a retail store, we went with bricks versus minifigs. And then Lego sent a cease and desist that it was too close to bricks and minifigs.
Wow.
Since they own bricks and minifigs, it was too close. We're in Little Elm, so Little Brick.
This is a very unique store because of what it is. It's actually like a corporate office suite, right?
What drew me to this is that I could buy the building. So I'm not perpetually renting, I'm not leasing that building forever and ever and ever. Now, my wife's a software developer, so she has a very keen, the way her mind works on how to build out a business. And so she had me write down what I wanted, and this is it. I wanted it to feel like you're just hanging out at my man cave and, you saw all my cool stuff and you have to be able to buy it.
Yeah, that is, I couldn't put it into words, but that is what it is. It's like things are clearly for sale, but they're also like on display more so than a regular store.
Yeah, and nothing's behind glass. Funny enough, when we first opened, we had giant cabinets with locks and all the big glass displays, and it just didn't feel right.
I do have to mention, I noticed when I was getting the camera ready in the employees only room.
Yeah.
You got possibly the coolest sets in there. Why are you holding out on that?
Well, that's kind of unprocessed stuff. There's two stories to it. Some of that being in my man cave, I'll get like the Orthanix Tower, for example, comes in. I just have to hold it for a little bit and just have it in there and enjoy it. But it'll eventually come out. And funny enough, I would probably say about 60% of our customers, we let them in there. So that's more like that VIP area, and so they get excited about getting in there. But most of that stuff, that we call that our build room, isn't processed yet.
I noticed a lot of mocks in there, and actually I see one now, so I guess you have two copies of them. It's the turbo tank.
It's a mock that you basically pay, 15 to 30 bucks for the instructions, and then you go source the parts yourself.
It's really cool.
Yeah, my son runs a store, and him and I were real into the city stuff, building the roads, trains.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever gotten in a bulk lot?
I thought we found a cat in there. It was so bad. The only explanation is if you shaved an animal and then poured a 2-gallon Dr. Pepper in the tub of Lego. It was just hair and Lego, and we threw it away. We didn't even get near it.
Speaking of mugs, I also saw in the room, I don't know if there's one out here, but it was I think a Queen Anne's Revenge mock.
That is actually, it's using Black Pearl sails, and it's the Imperial flagship.
Oh,
it's that instructions, but the goal was to build something more gooey. So if you look at it closely, it has all the gooey things, like data, chunk, all of it. Probably the most unique thing is the display, the figs displayed this way.
Yeah,
the open concept.
Cool.
You're able to touch them, grab them. Everything's very open.
Thanks. Nice talking to you. Thanks for being here for us.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, we're back. We went to dinner. We got some ice cream. We're feeling much better. And we're going to look at the haul from Little Brick and James, who was very kind. So first of all, we have this, which is a car from, I think, the only Pharaoh's Quest set I don't have, and also a hot rod, which I realized is a hot rod I could use in the upcoming hot rod video, which might already be out by the time this video comes out. Who knows? Cleaned it off, and then he said I could have it, which is super nice. And then I also found this guy. This is Crosshair.
When you have to hit a precise target from 10 clicks, Crosshair's your man.
From the Bad Batch, but it is his Bad Batch uniform, not his Imperial uniform, which is the only version Lego has come out with thus far. Well, I haven't looked at his head yet. Let's see what it looks like. Obviously, this is not Lego. Ah, look at that. Okay. It's good, it's good. You never know with off-brand. It could be like a female Paradisa head, or it could be a good head. And it's got his actual sniper rifle. And he gave me this too. And then one of my younglings got one. And so tell us about that.
I'm going to use the microphone now. So this is the bag that I got for the little girl. It comes with this. And she goes on the bag. That's how I wanted it to go on. This is the mom. She has, I feel like this, we don't know what this is yet, but I pretend her tablet and this is a potion, and I found this skirt. And yeah, thanks Mr. James at Little Brick.
One more shot.
Yeah, that's a cool one that came in.